How's
Okay.
your virtual NAMM week going so far?
You know, this would have been my 29th physical NAM.
Oh,
And I know for our project, especially, people need to hear it and feel it. And I imagine for pretty much everything, right? You're going there. What do people go for? To sample a bunch of products, hold them, feel them, listen to them, right? Right there, and have them all at their fingertips. Then there's all the music parties and all the big camaraderie and taking over the town and seeing people and networking. All we got left is networking and websites showing off
yeah.
some live, stuff like this, which I'm grateful for. But no, it's kind of lame, but we'll see. This is exciting. I looked a little bit in, I didn't know much about your website, and now I'm seeing it's a tech site. And tell me a little bit about
Well,
that.
well, we cover a lot of everything. I mean, I Consumer Electronic Week was last week, so yeah, we're pretty heavy tech right now. But
Were you
we
at
cover a lot of,
CES?
yeah, yeah. So music, we cover a lot of music stuff. Interview a lot of musicians, directors, actors. I used to do a lot of red carpets before all this. That was kind of bread and
Uh,
butter. Now it's everything's over Zoom. So.
yeah, yeah,
But I'm
sure
excited to
is.
talk to you because you have a Bluetooth upgrade, right, to your product.
Yes,
And
yeah.
before we get into that, do you mind give us a background story of the story behind this product got made, in the company?
Sure. Well, let me tell you about myself, I guess would be a good start. I am the owner and founder of Sensaphonics, which is a company that designs and creates hearing conservation devices that started with musicians' earplugs. We've probably seen those things with the filters. We were the beta testers back in 1989 for those, and that's when I started the company up pretty much full time. In 92, we made our first in-ear monitor. It went to the Grateful Dead, and it kind of put me on the map in pro audio. So as an audiologist, I was then able to make inroads with the help of a few sound companies, DB Sound and others, and ultrasound got me into a bunch of different bands with the technology. So early adapters to in-ears, I was there back where our first set was, like I said, in 92. So we've been making them a long time. Everything I do is designed to help musicians maintain a career. So whether you need to, everybody needs hearing, and musicians really need hearing. And if without it, you suffer. And so we have a clinic. I'm a doctor. So not only do we have the manufacturing and design, but connected is a clinic where we see about 2,000 musicians a year. We have for over 30 years. So we get all the feedback and complaints and concerns from them and design products to kind of meet those, to keep them hearing and working. So the 3D product started first. It's called 3D right now. It was originally, the patent is for the 3D Active Ambient, and it was the first in-ear monitor to place microphones in the earpieces. And the purpose for that, my purpose originally, was always having my clients yanking one out during a performance.
Yeah, I always see this
And
at a concert.
yeah, but as a doctor, this is a bad thing for your hearing, because it's not just that open ear is getting bashed up because the drummer's still loud and the crowd and the PA are still loud, but things get so loud in your open ear that you hear with your brain, it actually starts masking out this ear. So you start turning the other ear up louder. You'll notice that if you're on a cell phone in a crowded room and you do this, you can hear better, right? So people start cranking up the volume. They can't do that. And also, you need it when you put two ears together, it makes it sound 6 dB louder. If I give you a 90 dB signal in both ears, your brain goes, oh, it's 96. If I take one away, you've got to go up 6 dB louder, which cuts your safety time in half twice. So, the bad thing is taking it out, and any engineer will tell you that nobody likes to see their artist, no matter who it is or what brand, to take one out. But why do they do it is the question. And the question is, and the answer is, they lose spatial and localization cues, right? So when they get this beautiful stereo mix in their head, they turn around and look at their drummer, and he's still right in the middle of their head with everything else, right? And they have this new technology where you can kind of spatially place things, but it's not like having your real ears working with wedges like you used to. So they pull one out and they get some of that back. So I decided, why don't we put mics in the earpieces? Let's EQ the mics so that it sounds like nothing's in the ear. When you turn the mics on, it's flat. There's a a frequency response in an ear canal. Believe it or not, ear canals have their own resonant frequency, and it's typically around 3,000 to 4,000 hertz, and it can have a bump of about average probably 10 to 12 dB and all the way up to 26 dB. But the point is, we made things sound like that, just like your ear canal with nothing in it, resonating just the way it normally does. So when you turn on the mics, it's like you took them off. For the first model, you could turn the mics down. So now I'm using them as an earplug that you're combining electronic earplug with your in-ear mix. So this way you're getting all the spatial cues and we're keeping your hearing safe. That was the first model. 3D-ME is a new type of model because we've been able to add EQ, limiting, mic levels, all controlled by an app. So now, if you want to turn the mics down, you want to make things a little bit quieter, you can actually do ears separately. So if you have asymmetrical hearing on both sides, you can actually tune one different than the other. We've used it as an active earplug with symphonies. We've demoed it to a number of them, including the Royal Opera House and BBC Orchestra in London, and all through the United States major orchestras. They need hearing protection, and these are really active earplugs. You can tune your instrument to sound the way you want. For rock performers, they can do the same thing with their environment, tune it the way they want, and then they're getting fed the signal through a beautiful sounding ear monitor that's A-list ready, right? Used by Dave Matthews and Steven Tyler and all these big names. So we brought the price down so that it could be affordable. The custom version that it started with, completely custom, there was no universal fit earphone, we're at about $2,500. Oh, now we've created a product that is the same technology with a universal fit earpiece with, you can add foam tips to it, or which it comes with, or you can add a custom sleeve to make it custom, like kind of you slip it into this custom mold of your ear, and so it suddenly becomes a silicone custom ear monitor. And the price is like $699. So we really increased the features, increased all the functions, and reduced the price by 3 times. So to make it available to club bands and not non-A-listers, B-listers, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
people,
Well,
the
I'm
masses
sure everyone's been
really
suffering
could use the technology.
right now, you know? So.
Well, that's always an issue with it. All the companies in music, as you know, we're all suffering pretty much. It's been, and our company is strictly live event, so we're of course taking it on the chin with the other in-ear monitor companies. But it's amazing how many people are still interested in their hearing and approaching us. So it's been okay. We're surviving, and we're looking forward to the big blast. I think this maybe late summer.
That's what I'm thinking. This summer, yeah. So you said you also work with people like hearing loss, I guess, at your clinic?
Well, so the other thing about this is that there is 12 dB of gain on the microphones, and the EQ have another 12 dB gain. So you could actually change a frequency bandwidth up to 24 dB if you had hearing loss. Oh, okay. So not only is this thing something to protect your hearing, you can turn those mics down as a programmable, tunable earplug to make it an earplug sound the way you want. You can also correct your hearing loss. So some of these symphonies we work with, when you're in a symphony and you're getting to be my age, your hearing may be a little compromised and everybody's starting to notice. And you're not going to say that you notice it too, but you don't say anything because your job is gone. So these people struggle through, and when we do demos to a whole orchestra, and I'm not naming orchestras or people or anything, we get criers. Literally, they start weeping because they tuned their instrument. They can hear it like they used to, and nobody knows in management that they've done that because they're just tuning it to, and then we have the limiter to protect them so they can actually increase the gain at certain bandwidths, and we can still put the limiter on to keep them from getting too loud. So it serves two purposes that way.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me. And
thanks for interviewing me.
Website they can pick up the product?
It's ASIaudio.com.
I love it. Well, keep up the amazing work. And I've someone who's dealt with hearing loss in my left ear from playing drums in high school and college and not wearing earplugs. Thank you.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, there's a feature on this thing. It has different features. One of the features is that it has a cross system, meaning I have a lot of musicians who don't have hearing in one ear. I didn't realize how many until we started seeing them in our clinic. So what we do is we put the mic in their dead ear, but instead of sending the signal, we send it over to the good ear. So they're getting a full stereo field in their hearing ear. And now they can hear this side of the band. I have a conductor who lost hearing from a disease, and now he had to turn sideways. Now he can hear the entire orchestra facing them, you know, and all that. So anyway, thanks for your time and interviewing me.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see each other in person. Maybe the summer NAMM. I hopefully that goes on fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a finger crossed, but
Yeah.
if not, definitely next year in winter.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.